Now, the 2023 Summer Cup will take place on the 25th of November out at Turffontein. And earlier this week, some announcements were made with regards to how this year's race will be bigger and better. To talk to us about this, we've roped in for Racing CEO Fundi Sithebe. Good morning, Fundi. Always lovely to see you looking nice and bright early in the morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Top of the morning once again, Vusiwa. I actually just always love coming to see you and having a chat on Morning Live. So thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. Let's talk about this year's edition of the Summer Cup. Let's start with the most important thing for a lot of people outside of the fashion and the festivities. Let's talk prize money. Is there a change in terms of that this year?
It's doubled from what it was last year. The stakes were 2.5. And with the help of our partners in Betway, we are now giving a whopping 5 million rands to the winning owners and the winning horse of the main race of the Betway Summer Cup. But I think what's also important was it's not just only about the winning stakes. The grooms, which we always say are just such a lively part of the industry, an integral part of the industry, will be getting 20,000 rands each in that main race. Just for participating, that's how much they get. And that's seriously impactful, especially for them.
And that's amazing, because these are the people that sometimes we don't look at or aren't considered so much. And I think that's something that you've always tried to do with all your races, is to make sure that they get their bits.
And it's so important to us, Vusiwa, because they are so integral to the sports. They take care of our horses. The well-being of our horses, besides the trainer, sits with the grooms. So it's important that a happy groom equals a happy horse equals a happy owner. And because they've been marginalized for so long, all the initiatives that we've put forward as for racing has been to make sure that they're well taken care of. And we're very grateful to Betway for having offered this amazing price for the grooms and acknowledging the importance that they play on the day itself.
Indeed, and we're certainly looking forward to this year's edition. Talk to me a little bit more about the doubling of the prize money. What was the biggest driver for that? Is it just because you've seen a big increase in terms of participation, in terms of people following the Summer Cup ever since you've come back since COVID? Or was it just because, you know, you've got the sponsor on board and you're able to now spend more on the winnings?
Well, it's a bit of both, Vusiwa, right? Because I think what you want to have the best field in terms of that main race. So you want to attract horses and trainers from all parts of the country. And what is the one thing that attracts them? The stakes, right? If the stakes are high, then you will definitely get trainers and horses from outside of Johannesburg, which is very important. And what it's done is it's made the Summer Cup probably one of the richest races in the continent, right? The other one is the one that happens in July, and we are now on par with that. And really, that was also the sponsor coming on board to say that we want to lift the profile of the Summer Cup to where it was before, a few years ago, pre-COVID. And so we're looking forward to a lot of entrants. We're looking forward to some fantastic horses that we saw at the July. Looking forward to some of the best jockeys. I always enjoy that. So it is going to be very competitive this year.
And you touched so much on the field. Let's delve a little bit deeper in terms of the field. Are there any exciting horses that we're looking forward to particularly? I know you mentioned some of them, yes, were at the July. We may see them again at the Summer Cup, as well as the jockeys. Are there any favorites, any like contenders that everyone is saying, this is the one we're looking at? And I know you have a horse, and I know you won at the Durban July.
So our ladies' horse is going to be running in Cape Town. So she's not currently in the region. But Puerto Manzano, the horse that won last year, is a big contender. He's just run and won what was the Alatsdi Road Charity Mile, which is almost like a pre-race for the for the Betway Summer Cup.
Yes.
So I think that all eyes on Puerto Manzano, and the jockey is now Gavin Lorena. Winchester Mansion, who won the Durban July with Gabelo Matsunyane as the jockey, is also in the field. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a competitive field. You've got Smanga Kumali, you've got Muzieni, you've got some very competitive jockeys that want this accolade. So it's going to be tough, very tough.
So on the day of the Summer Cup, of course, it's all about the racing, but something else that we always look forward to is the fashion. Let's talk to the fashion this year. What is the theme?
So the theme is summer rain, and I have to keep on saying, not the rain as in rainbow. It's REIGN. So you come in as how you see fit. You're rain, you're princess, prince, whatever it is, you interpret the theme as you want to. But I think what's exciting this year, for the first time, we're going to have a red carpet previewing before the races. So we're looking forward to the glitz, the glamour, the people that are going to be coming through in bright colors. And because it's a horse racing event of such a nature, the fashion is such an integral part of it, along with the entertainment. So I'm definitely looking forward to what we're going to see. And I really am hoping that people are going to just wow us on the day.
And I hope they're going to wow us as well, including just the horses on the day and the jockeys. Building up to the Summer Cup, are there any other events that you're going to be having just to try and build that excitement and get us into that 25th of November, it's going down mode?
So the big one is this coming Wednesday, which is the barrier draw. So the barrier draw is literally, you've got your field size, or you've got your field and the horses that have been now submitted. We now choose randomly who's going to draw first, who's going to draw last. And that's quite exciting because some of the horses, the jockeys always tell the story, just depends on the power of the horse and the strength and the behavior of the horse. If you draw, too low, it might not be good, too close to the rails or outside. And it really starts to speak about the strategy that you're going to be implementing on the day and for the race. So that's coming up on Wednesday. We've got night racing. And the beautiful part for Zio about Turffontein is, unless it's the big days like the Betway Summer Cup, we don't charge. So next week, Friday, we've got night racing, which is just beautiful in its own, just absolutely beautiful. Turffontein in the backdrop of the sunset of Johannesburg. And really, that's our jockeys and our horses and our trainers starting to get ready for the Summer Cup. And then, boom, 25th of November, the big day.
Oh, I love it. It sounds like such an exciting build-up. And just as I wrap up with you, Fundi, just looking forward to the work that you've done. I mean, you've covered a lot of ground. You've done so much, particularly with, I love particularly what you've done with the groomsmen and they're uplifting, they're making sure they've got medical aid and taking care of them outside of the sports. When you compare how far you've come in comparison to the Durban Julys, you mentioned them, how far would you say you are in terms of just catching up, if there is any catching up to do?
So I think it's twofold once again. We are catching up to what should have been done by the industry actually a long time ago. It is integral for us to take care of the grooms. And a lot of the stuff hadn't been done, had just been kind of left unattended to, and that's why our grooms were really kind of marginalized. So we've done a lot in making sure that we make up that lost distance that was, had been missing. But most importantly, we are the only operator that has put in so much effort and money and priority into some of these initiatives. Like you said, we've got medical aid now, we've got funeral benefits. I'm not sure in any other region that happens, right? We've upgraded the groom's accommodation, and we're just trying to make sure that we put in the next phase of a retirement plan. So holistically, as an operator, we've been unapologetic and very much strategic in terms of implementing and making sure that our grooms are taken care of. So very proud of that, and we're looking forward to the next steps.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Fundi, and we look forward to seeing you on the 25th.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fundi Sithebe, that is, of course, the CEO of 4 Racing, talking all things 2023 Summer Cup, taking place on the 25th of November out at Turffontein.